Hi guys, today we are going to talk about passive voice. There are some key concepts of passive voice. In the following videos, I will introduce you 7 parts of the passive voice. They are forms and functions, tenses, modal verbs, negative forms, questions, verbs with 2 objects, and other sentence patterns. Let's talk about the forms and functions. In an active sentence, the doer of the action is the subject, while in a passive sentence, the receiver of the actions is made to become the subject so that it is emphasized. So the form of the active sentence will be doer plus active verb plus a receiver. For example, the patient has made an appointment. In this example, the patient is the doer. Has made is the active verb, and an appointment is the receiver. So how about a passive sentence? The form is a receiver plus an passive verb plus by and the doer. So the sentence will be an appointment has been made by the patient. So in a passive sentence, the sentence will be an appointment has been made by the patient. From the example, we can see the active verb has made is changed to a passive verb has been made. I will introduce you more forms of passive verbs. Let me give you some tips to remember how to form a passive verbs from different tenses easily. First, remember passive verbs. It is always with be plus pp. For example, be could be changed to is mr, was were, be, been, being. Of course, you can't forget VPP. VPP is past participle. So what is a past participle? Mind the red words now. Go, went, gone, gone. Take, took, taken, taken. Speak, spoke, spoken, spoken. Make, made, made, made. The red words are VPP, past participles. So why do we have to use passive voice? Because we would like to emphasize the result of the action. For example, Sarah was scolded by her mother. Here, from the example, was scolded is in passive form. So, the statement emphasizes the act of scolding. Sarah is not the one who does the action. Her mother does. The second reason for using passive voice is that when the subject is unknown. For example, the vase was broken. From this example, we don't know who broke the vase. Also, when the subject is unimportant, we use passive voice as well. For example, the tower was built in the 70s. In this example, the subject, towers, is not that important compared to in the 70s. And last, when the subject is obvious, we also use passive voice. For example, the theft was arrested. In this example, the subject is clearly the police. So we can use passive voice in this sentence, and we can omit by the police as well. The passive voice is pretty rare in spoken English. It is mainly used in writing rather than speaking, though you may find some in your favorite songs. Most people use the active voice in day-to-day conversations. It is also used for official documents, law-related files, the news, scientific reports, and notice. It is more formal when we use it in crime and law situation. For example, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Here, was sentenced is in passive voice. For newspaper, 63 people were killed and 45 were injured in the accident. Here, were killed and were injured are in passive voice. And for the notice, Flight 3B320 to London is delayed by 2 hours. Customers are requested not to smoke. Is delayed and are requested are 2 passive verbs as well. Actually, we can see the use of passive voice around us. It could be in a comic strips, signs in our surroundings, posters, and leaflets. Let's watch a video.
Cedric Diggory was murdered by Lord Voldemort.
I can't let you out, Hedwig. I'm not allowed to use magic outside of school.
Hogwarts has been chosen to host a legendary event.
What exactly happened to him?
He was sent to Azkaban.
Don't drink it, Ron. You could be expelled for that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me Harry Potter, and you will be rewarded. You will have 1 hour.
Okay, let's recap some example sentence from the movie. Number 1. Cedric Diggory was murdered by Lord Voldemort. And here, was murdered is in passive form. It is past tense. Number 2. I can't let you out, Hedwig. I'm not allowed to use magic outside of school. I'm not allowed here is in passive form, and it is present tense. Number 3. Hogwarts has been chosen to host a legendary event. Here, has been chosen is in passive voice, and it is present perfect tense. For legendary, it means very famous, very well known for something. In this example, it is event, a legendary event. That means a very famous event. Number 4. What exactly happened to him? He was sent to Azkaban. Here, was sent is in passive form and it is in past tense. Number 5. You could be expelled for that. I don't know what you are really talking about. Here, could be expelled is in passive form, and before be plus pp, there is a modal verb could. Expelled means to force someone to leave a school, organization, or country. And in this example, it means to force someone to leave a school. Number 6. Give me Harry Potter and you will be rewarded. You have 1 hour. In this example, will be rewarded is in passive form and it is in future tense. From the examples, we can see there are different passive forms for different tenses. So in part 2 video, we will talk deeply about it. See ya!